I never would have believed you if you had told me that one day you could flip through the pages of the autobiography of God, searching the scriptures for assurance and solace, seeking sanity and stability from a sovereign Savior, and in that, you found a quote from me. It's mind-blowing that blowing through God's mind in his story of his social studies on this globe included a soldier that wasn't even on his side of the world war. That for the rest of time, I'd be known for my role and not my name. But what's crazier than me being in this text is the type that he chose for his bestseller. I mean, we believed in Hercules. So it wasn't so much how God could be man, but how God could be this man. I mean, if the guy we booked is the Word made flesh, he must be a booklet because he was so small. He wasn't God-like. The publication of this death was gruesome. I had to squint and every look was periodical. I turned to another soldier because this account had to be fiction. I asked him, "Is what we're doing okay?" And he said, "Bro, sure," and he gave me a scroll. And I scrolled through that text to find where he said he was the Emmanuel. I knew something wasn't right. He seemed pretty novel because he crumpled so easy with his paper back. He might have been a loose leaf, but you couldn't say he was spineless, so I guess you can't judge a book by his cover. His volume was silent, as everyone else had their caps locked in their insults. We stripped him of every article of clothing, and our only addition was a crown and a cane to copycat his kingship. We bowed as we mocked the monarch, whose mangled manly image would be made most marvelous. In mere moments he would be made a gorgeous god, but we gawked, and the gathering gasped as we gaped gashes and we mashed him. We were to beat him with passion till he passes. With sanctions we are assassins, just bash him till he gives up the phantom is what they asked us. Make it slow as molasses with blood splashes and shackles. Even though those nails were killing, he pressed on, acrylic. He weaved us as heirs as we beat him out of existence. No fake lashes, even his eyelids were bleeding, and as he died, you could see his hair was red as he's sleeping. But as I saw his diligence, I started to think this wasn't made up. The other soldiers would laugh and joke as he got sprayed up. He was sun-beat, the sun screened as the skin burned. His flesh was peeling, red and marked as the soul returned. We didn't realize that every prophecy was affirmed. With every whip and with every bruise, our sin is purged. I don't want to kill him, put him in a penitentiary. I should be celebrating, I'm centurion of the century. But with all these doubts, I had to nail him to a crucifix. My face is white as bricks as everyone called him a lunatic. He took this like he was used to this, accused but God enthused by this, abused by this. His human self was super sick, and yet I was excused of this, approved by this, that though I sin, I win, and I am proof of this. And that Word made flesh is good for my reproof in this. Before this, I wasn't used to this. These Roman gods are foolish pitch. I'd rather submit to a God who died so I'd make fewer slips, fewer tripped. As the gravel upon the ground started quaking, the son that was forsaken was sadly mistaken as faking. Graves started opening, saw a zombie invasion, the undertaking awakened with every shaking vibration. I took off my helmet to show that I recognized I couldn't reject it or continue with telling a second lie. This man wasn't man but was God, and was penalized for being the bridge so God and we could be unified. A God that's crucified chose suicide over you and I. I view this guy and just to abide in his do or die. I knew a God who made me a newer guy, was infused with pride, and there's a newer I renewed, and I say adieu to the fool inside. My foolish eyes that tricked me the entire time, thinking that theology teeters on thinkers' minds. There can't be two truths. It's time that we realign. Nothing intertwined or redefined, because this man is divine. They told me to take a spear and puncture him in the side to prove people slayed omnipotent power before their eyes. Pontius Pilate's partner predicted the fire they would find if they didn't free the faultless who'd fallen for others' crimes. The tarp in the temple was torn in two, and the light from the sun was gone. Surely this man was the Son of God, and surely we all were wrong. Surely. Thank you.